Now I know this picture quality sucks, that's because it's 3:40 in the morning. But I'm about to get into a lift, go to the airport, fly 1,600 miles, and pick up an SUV I paid 30 grand for that I've never laid eyes on. Why? Because it's the only thing that can tow this trailer behind me. This could work out great, or it could be a nightmare. We'll find out. And here comes my lift. Off to the airport we go. Sounds like a spaceship. But there's tragedy. Auntie Anne's is closed. Only time I ever get it is at the airport. Not today. Well, at least I have my Chick-fil-A minis to keep me warm. So I'll give you a backstory. Okay, so I'm moving to Texas, right? And bought myself some property. I'm on the cusp of being like, if I don't make a big move now, I'm gonna be too old to do it, you know? So I've been taking care of my parents. My dad passed away a couple years ago. Raising my kid by myself. She's about to go off to college. So I figured, you know what? My life is too short. So I basically kind of quit my job. Not exactly, but kind of backed off. I'm freelance. I've been doing that for 32 years. And so I'm moving down here to basically screw around with the race car. Pods, you know those pod things? Storage units?
Yeah.
So for the cost of 2 pods for 18 months, I could buy a whole trailer for the race car enclosed 26 foot with an escape hatch and all that brand new. So I did. And that's been parked in my driveway for 2 years. I'll have a vehicle to move it. I mean, the thing has not moved in almost 2 years. So that's what I'm going down here for. I figured, you know, last time I went down here to the property, I had to rent a car. It was like $700 for 5 days. And like, you know what? I'm just going to buy something. But I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Sounds like a plan, though.
Now, there are used car dealerships, and there are used car dealerships. This one's the second one, if you know what I'm saying. Take a moment and just soak in this hardcore pornography that they call a showroom. Sorry, I was kind of speechless there for a moment. On my way over to where the expedition was, there was this thing. There's a surprise. Enough with the sex. Well, if you like big bottom girls, I guess it goes on. It's almost Barry White-like. I feel like I need to light a candle. Anyway, enough of that. So I had the sales guy check the oil for me. I've never driven this car. Never even test drove it. I was about to drive it 4 hours down to the Gulf Coast of Texas. We're gonna work it. Then I was gonna drive it 1,618 miles back home. How's that for a test drive? What do you think? You think it makes it? Let's find out. I don't know if it was entirely all the personal stuff or if it's the fact that we're facing war, famine, pestilence, and plague. If you're into that, think about it. We're at war. We already had the plague. And they say that famine's probably going to be hitting some countries. All that's really left is pestilence. I don't know. Does this bode well? Then again, I am known for making bad decisions. Really colossally bad decisions. Which is this one going to be? Only one way to find out. So we're here, it's raining. The expedition got us here without a problem. Although I got pulled over coming in to check out my property for a rolling stop. I think they just didn't know who it was. And they wanted to be sure. This is the only structure on the property right now. Meet the barn. I spent the week and a half with my friend's son Jude. Chasing him around with the drone here, and the other guy you saw was a dozer operator I hired. Did a whole bunch of work on the property, cleared some stuff out, got some equipment working, enjoyed some sunsets. The expedition didn't miss a beat the whole time. Of course, me being me, my property's on the wrong side of the tracks, even though it is on the Gulf. Less than 2 miles away is the right side of the tracks, along with houses from the right side of the tracks. I guess people that go along with those houses from the right side of the tracks. Felt like a tourist in my own new hood. Wouldn't want to live in any one of these things. They're kind of piled on top of each other, but apparently a few celebrities live here. It's nice to know it's around the corner. I got a chuckle out of that sign. Is it really necessary? After a week and a half, it was time to say goodbye and drive 1,618 miles home. First state I came to after Texas was Louisiana. Of course, I had to get myself some of that Louisiana barbecue. I got the ribs. They were great. Tasty. Back on the road. This trip took me through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia, and Maryland. It's further than the distance from London to Moscow. For those of you in Europe, not that you want to go to Moscow. This thing even gets over 600 miles per tank of gas. Well, it's amazing. I was loving it. I didn't set out to do this, it just kind of sort of happened. I gotta give props to this car. It's comfortable for long drives. I went like 6 hours without stopping and I didn't really even think about it. Normally that's not me. I'm not one of those long haul guys like, let's see how far I can go before my bladder explodes. That wasn't the case, but this is really interesting to see. So it is 2:23 a.m. Now this is in a different time zone. So it is 1:23 a.m. back in Texas when I left. Well, I didn't leave from Texas, but I was in the other time zone. And I left at 9:30. So I've been driving for 16 hours. And I've only got 2 hours and 26 minutes and 157 miles left to go. Now, when I left the hotel this morning, I have 1,155 miles left to go. I am 2 miles short of 1,000 miles in one day, in one driving day. And I don't feel comfortable making it to the next rest stop just to say I drove that. And I think that's foolish. I only started really feeling tired about an hour ago. So we are going to camp out in the back and There's a little camping sleeping bag. I'm gonna catch a few Z's and then we're gonna drive home. And yeah, I'll hopefully wrap it up from home. I'll see you all in a bit. Somehow I managed to sleep almost 7 hours that night. Woke up, finished the drive through Virginia and Maryland. I gotta say, so far I'm loving this truck. You know, we went from palm trees to falling leaves. We got an average of 21 miles per gallon. One day we averaged over 62 miles an hour. It got us here safe. So next time we're going down, it's gonna tow that big trailer. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and you know, give me a thumbs up and click the like button and subscribe and all that. And I'll catch you on the next one.